the question of which book does Russia have? Russia, over the last 10-15 years, has advanced militarily so rapidly and phenomenally that Russia has today become the dominant military power in the world. Oh yes. And there is something in the Quran which explains it. But I have to be brief. I have to be brief. When Sulaiman alayhi salam, the Prophet Solomon, learnt about the queen of Saba, and that she had this magnificent throne, and that they worshipped the sun, and she was the ruler, a woman instead of a man. He then sent a letter to her, ordering her to submit to him, not going to allow this to continue. And she then responded by sending gifts to him. And he said, I don't need your gifts, I'm going to come with my army. He then asked those who are in his court a very strange request. Between Jerusalem and Yemen were 2,000 kilometers. 2,000 kilometers. And he asked, who can bring her throne to me? Number one, you require to be able to travel at lightning speed to go to Yemen and come back. And also you have to be able to transport something huge, a throne, through space and time. Amongst the jinn, there are those who are obliged to work for Sulaiman alayhi salam. Allah has ordered them. They must work for him. And the jinn are of different kind, but the most powerful of the jinn is called the Ifrit. So an Ifrit of the jinn, he said, I can do it for you. And I can bring it for you before you rise from your throne. But the jinn are also working with human beings. Combination of jinn and human beings. فَبِأَيِّ آلَاءِ رَبِّكُمَا تُكَذِّبَانِ Ya ma'ashar al-jinni wal-ins. Allah speaks of an alliance of human beings and jinn. This is what brought modern Western civilization into being. So modern West is able to use the jinn to be able to bring about this revolution in space and time, traveling at lightning speed and bringing objects and sending objects through space at lightning speed, which is what the Ifrit said he can do. And hence you have a scientific and technological revolution coming out in the Western world, in which you can now no longer have a sword, you have a gun, you have a rifle, and a bullet can travel at lightning speed. And then you have the missiles traveling at lightning speed. And this is what gave the modern West their military superiority in the world, the military application of the scientific and technological revolution made possible through the Ifrit of the jinn, who have this knowledge. But lo and behold, something else happened, which explains Russia's military dominance today. What is it? Someone in the court, who was not a jinn, but who had knowledge of the book, he said, oh, I can bring it for you before you can wink your eyes. Meaning, he has access to knowledge pertaining to movement through space and time, which is far superior to that which the jinn have access to. What book is this? Someone who has knowledge of the book. عِنْدَهُ عِلْمُ الْكِتَابِ. It's not the Quran. No. It's not the Injil, it's not the Torah, it's not the Zabur, no. The book that Allah is referring to in this verse of the Quran, it is in Surah An-Naml. Another book, not a book, the Quran in this book. Another book. We do not know the name of the book. No, the Quran does not tell us the name of the book. But in that book there is knowledge pertaining to travel through space and time. And if you have access to the knowledge which is in that book, you can travel you could travel faster, far faster than the jinn can travel, and you can also cause objects to travel through space and time faster than anything that the jinn can possibly do. This is why the Russian missile technology have now made the United States, your aircraft carriers are now obsolete, redundant, because once war breaks out, and aircraft carriers are sitting duck now. The Russians can destroy it at any time. This is the explanation of what is happening in the world military. And we don't know the name of the book, but the Quran speaks about the book in Surah An-Naml.